Alright folks, Pitching Case Idiot, we are back on Criminal Case on Facebook. Let's head on to the next case. Second case of Maple Heights. Maybe it's the third. I think it's actually the third. It's just one crazy thing after another. As the flood caused by the earthquake wasn't enough, now there's an ancient species of killer fish to worry about. The creatures have already left numerous people dead. The toxins released by their fertile female paralyzed victims and their vital functions stop. No wonder Zerdans call them the demon fish. Martine and the others are working on an antidote, but it's slow going, as it's a species unknown to modern science. Meanwhile, another alarming thing about the aquatic menace is that someone apparently deliberately released them into Maple Heights waters. I fail to see the benefit of letting loose a killer species, unless the person has a grudge against the whole town and doesn't care how many people die. On top of all this, we got everything that's going on with Dream Life. They're hiding a meteorite under that dome, lying to everyone that it's a satellite. We don't even know what they're doing. Anytime I attempt to learn about the dome through official channels, I hit dead ends. It would attract too much attention if I... Hey, Chief Parkers, I'm sorry to interrupt. We just got a call from the Bloom estate. Oh, I don't believe you met Ace. Meet our new beat cop, Mia Lucas. Well, nice to meet you, Ace. Happy to be a part of the team. Well, and about the call we got, it was one Chelsea Bloom who telephoned. Ah, yes, Chelsea Bloom. Ace met her during the investigation at Fairview High School. Well, she telephoned from her family's estate to report a murder. A murder? Well, Ace, you and Gloria should take this case. Go to the Bloom estate without delay. Yikes. Behind these walls. That's suspicious. Well, that's quite a bit of a death right there. Boom. Shakalaka. Dear Lord, is that some medieval weapon sticking out the young man's chest? What do you call him? A halberd? Well, I guess it's how we know how he was killed. Oh, my poor brother murdered. My brother looks like a creep. And not just because he's a redhead. Serious Ace, you've got to be the person who killed Mason. Well, this young man was your brother? I know it's difficult, but we'll only ask him you some questions in a moment. Well, Ace, the halberd clearly came from this room. What, with the suits of armor lining the walls over there? You catch, Ace. The suit of armor is falling apart. Maybe that's where the killer got the halberd. Let's piece the armor back together. Gird your loins, because I can tell this estate is in a state. So that's interesting. Yeah, I made all the redheads angry like the... I made... Oh, only 12 hours for the autopsy? That's weird. Maybe they... That's the first time I've ever seen an autopsy last less than 18 hours. Secret is, I can't believe my brother is dead. This is the worst thing that's ever happened to me. Like, ever. I understand this is devastating for Chelsea, but we need to tell us anything you know about the murder. Let's go into Mason's room, because I wanted to borrow his headphones, and I walked in the hall, and there he is, dead, with a big axe in his chest. At first, I thought he was pranking me. He goes all out on pranks sometimes. But it wasn't a prank. He wasn't breathing or anything. I even pushed him in a little with my foot, and nothing happened. Ugh, he was so dead. Oh, did you hear it or see anything unusual before you found him? No, it's in my room at the other side of the castle. There are like a billion stone walls between my room and where he was killed. I can't believe he's dead. Oh my goodness. Ace, we know Chelsea to be over dramatic in the past, but her grief certainly seems genuine. Anyway, you're right. To solve this case, we need to learn more about the victim. Luckily, we're in his house. Let's head upstairs and investigate his room. Yeah, I would probably say that the plaid clothing is going to be a key feature of this, for sure. Well, I have no idea. I mean, this shortening is the first time in 5 years that they've shortened it, so could be a mistake by the developers. Apron. Okay. Gotcha. Alright, so what do we got? Ace, this room is a nice change from the medieval castle vibe of the rest of this place. I agree, this drawer is full of Mason stuff. Could contain something of interest. As for this frilly apron, it looks like there's a name embroidered on it. Let's see if we can figure out who left it here. We'll do that, but right now I gotta grab a bunch of stars. So I'll see you guys back here. This has been Pachini's 88. Au revoir. Alright folks, Pachini's 88, we are back. Let's examine the armor reviews. So we got 24 stars because we were able to unlock which was really nice. Excellent, Ace. You got the suit of armor back together. And look, the close position shows holding something. This is definitely where the killer got the murder weapon. It's almost like they're doing this. Well, I can't do it in the camera, but that's almost what that looks like. You're right, Ace. The killer may have left a trace for us to find. Let's have Rupert take a closer look. We got a cell phone. Ace, it looks like Mason's phone you found in the drawer. Let's crack the code and see what we can find on it. So who is this? Anita Diaz. Ace, it seems that Ace apron belongs to Anita Diaz. She must be a maid who cleaned here. She literally had access to the victim's room and must have known him. Let's go talk to her. Yeah, maid. Nice. Yeah, I'm just glad I got I'm just glad I got the codex over with. Ace, well, you got his phone unlocked. Those recent texts from Mason's dad. It says, I expect you'll do as I say. Don't disappoint. Seems like Mr. Bloom rules with a firm hand. Anyway, we definitely need to talk to Mr. Bloom about his son's murder. Man, you got half the suspects are all within the family. That's never a good sign. Miss Diaz, we're investigating the murder of Mason Bloom. I mean, Mr. Mason was killed? Oh, that's heartbreaking for his family. Got Draper in here in Mason's bedroom, so we wondered whether you knew him well. I was the only person Mr. Mason allowed to clean his room because I didn't disturb any of his things. I must have left that apron the last time I cleaned in here. Well, being the maid, you must be privy to some of the going-ons in the Bloom family. Did you ever see any signs that something like this might happen? I can't say that I did, but that's really all I can tell you. The Blooms don't like people talking about their personal lives. You'll have to ask them themselves. I'm sorry, Secret Agent Ace. I need to be going. The southeast wing still needs cleaning. I think she left it there because she took it off there on purpose. Secret Agent Ace, what took you so long to talk to me? My son's been dead a whole hour at least. Oh, well, our apologies for the delay, Mr. Bloom. I assure you, we're doing everything we can. Everything you're doing won't bring my son and heir back. The Bloom family line is severed. In the year 1612, our ancestor Foster Carlton Bloom dismantled this very castle where it stood over the moors of Crumley. He then brought the pieces by boat to be reassembled in the New World, and he did not go through all the trouble for the bloodline to just fizzle out after a mere 400 years. Well, yeah, that's tough. Speaking of Mason, though, we found his phone and you saw that you sent him a stern text this morning. Well, there's a fascinating concept. You honestly believe I sent a stern text to my son and then murdered him? Be serious. Get to work. I'm just glad his mother isn't here for this. She'll be devastated when she finds out that he's gone. Hey, so I was watching the news. It seems the demonfish claimed another 2 victims in Maple Heights overnight. I know, Carter keeps joking about going fishing, and I wish he'd stop worrying me like that. Anyway, what did you find on the suit of armor? Well, Ace, this is an authentic suit of armor from the 16th century, and it's in beautiful condition. I'd only ever seen similar items in museums, and the armor was spotless, except for some minuscule orange dust I found on one of the gloves. Ah, well, that means the dust was left where I killed him when they took the halberd. This dust revealed that the combination of pulverized lime and pitch used to be fabricate clay pigeons for sport shooting. And this means that your killer is no stranger to target practice. It's only a matter of time Mason will have the killer in our crosshairs. I think you guys are right too. I think it's a checkerboard. It's definitely going to be a clue. Even if we see the demonfish locks at afferent branchial vessels, you'd still expect... Wait, Martine, we're here about the body. The body? Oh, I'm busy with the demonfish. Oh, wait, the body you sent earlier is, yes, bien sûr. I had a look at it. My mind is how you say everywhere. But your victim was quite simple. You could guess the cause of death, I think. Nobody could survive such a severe stab to the chest. Well, given the length of the weapon, the killer probably didn't get close enough to leave any evidence on the victim. That's true. I found nothing on the body, but inspecting the halberd itself proved extremely helpful. On the shaft of the halberd, where the killer would have gripped it, I found traces of hard apple cider. Your killer definitely drank some cider before committing the act. Well, Ace, looks like we're charging this killer with homicide. Wow. Wow, Gloria. I expect that from Jones, not you. Ace, being in this castle, I feel like we've zapped back to the Middle Ages. Young Mason Bloom was found impaled with a halberd of all things. Chelsea was understandably devastated about her brother's death, but Mason's dad seems more preoccupied with the family bloodline being severed than the fact that his son was murdered. And the maid Anita seems hesitant to divulge family secrets. It's possible that there's something she's not telling us. Well, Ace, we'll have to keep... What's that sound? Is somebody screaming? Ace, somebody needs our help. Let's do it. Chapter 2. I'll see you guys then. This has been Pacini's Idiot. Over and out.